G'day, it's fugitive Australian journalist Shane Dowling from the website and YouTube channel Kangaroo Court of Australia. Now, I've just done an outline of an article I'm working on titled Anthony Albanese's Iran Lies Will Be His John Howard Moment. And I'll go through the key points in relation to that article. And I'll show you a video of Penny Wong, the Foreign Affairs Minister, Penny Wong lying and deceiving in relation to the Iran war. The full article will be up on my website Wednesday the 4th of March 2026. Now, it must be remembered, the old saying, the first casualty of war is the truth. And there's a lot of lies being told left, right and centre by a lot of different people. And the reason I say Anthony Albanese's lies will be his John Howard moment is because former Prime Minister John Howard took us to war based on lies of Iraq having weapons of mass destruction. John Howard's been ridiculed by a lot of the Australian public since. Now, I'll show you a video of Foreign Affairs Minister Penny Wong lying and deceiving a couple of days ago on the ABC, refusing to answer or discuss whether the Iran war is valid or not. And I'll show you that video now.
Question about legality, though, because I think a lot of people will be looking back through statements made by you and the Prime Minister and others from the time of the Iraq War and thinking, what's the legal justification under international law for this action by America and Israel?
Well, first, one of the distinctions between Iraq and now is that we are not participating in these strikes. That's the first point I'd make. The second is what I've said, is that the legal basis of this is for the United States and Israel to explain.
But if it is illegal and you're not sort of taking a position, why wouldn't Australia just come out and say it, that the rules-based order is not being respected?
Well, we're obviously not party to the intelligence that the United States and the Israelis are referencing in their decisions. That is why it is for them to explain the legal basis of this.
Now, the Australian government is saying they support the US-Israel war in Iran, yet they can't say whether it's legal or not, whether there's a legal basis. And if they can't say that, they shouldn't be supporting the war. You just seen the Foreign Affairs Minister, Penny Wong, saying it's up to the US and Israel to run the argument of whether it's legal or not. But it's not. If Australia is supporting the war, Australia needs to determine and know and understand before they support the war whether it's legal or not. And Penny Wong should be able to tell the Australian public on what basis Australia is supporting the war. Now, Israel's Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, has gone on the media again today saying Iran was only a matter of months away from having a nuclear weapon. I've been saying that for 30 years. It's only a few months ago that US President Donald Trump was telling the world that he destroyed Iran's nuclear program. What I originally said at the beginning, first casualty of war was the truth, and Benjamin Netanyahu's lying like no tomorrow. And that's to be remembered, he's a wanted war criminal for genocide in Palestine. And what is Israel's and the US's ultimate goal in Iran anyhow? What are they hoping to achieve? Let's have a look at Afghanistan, the war there that ran from 2001 until 2021. I'll read you some of the statistics. The US and allies spent over $2 trillion, more than 2,400 American lives lost, and tens of thousands wounded, how many lost legs and arms, etc. Yet the Taliban regained control in August 2021 as the US withdrew forces. 41 Australian Defence Force personnel were killed, over 260 Australians were wounded. What for? What did they achieve? So a war that lasted 20-odd years achieved nothing. And what do they hope to achieve in Iran? No one knows. They're not telling anyone. If anyone says they support the war in Iran, we'll ask them, what's the end result going to be? And they'll tell you they don't know. So how can they support something if they don't know what it's going to be? And number two, if they say they support the war in Iran, ask them why the end result will be better than in Afghanistan. Once again, they won't be able to tell you. And how the Iraq war go? It went from 2003 until 2011. What was the end result? You've got a very unstable government, a lot of corruption. Is that what they're hoping to achieve in Iran? But back to Australia and the Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, Penny Wong and Richard Marles, the Defence Minister, the lies they tell, they just don't care anymore. They just open and blatant lies and incompetence and negligence. For Penny Wong to sit there and say, oh, well, it's up to the US and Israel to explain whether it's legal or not. Well, she's supporting it. How can she say Australia supports the war if she can't determine whether it's legal or not? Just like former Minister John Howard has been embarrassed about the Iraqi war. Well, he hasn't been embarrassed, he's too shameless, but he's been ridiculed. Since then, Anthony Albanese, I suspect, is going to be ridiculed for his lies in relation to the Iran war. I might say, well, Anthony Albanese and Penny Wong and Richard Marles aren't actually lying, they're just refusing to answer questions. Well, that in itself is a lie because it's been deceptive and deceitful and dishonest. And I'll have a full article up on my website on Wednesday, the 4th of March, 2026. So make sure you visit my website. I'll have further information on there and links to further information. And I'm an independent journalist and I'm 100% crowdfunded from viewers like yourself. I've been running a campaign to make sure I can keep on doing the work I'm doing. I'll read that out to you. 14 weeks ago, I launched a campaign with a simple goal: find 200 new monthly supporters so I can keep on doing this work as a fully independent journalist, running this website and YouTube channel without corporate backing or paywalls. Since then, 135 wonderful people have stepped up and become monthly supporters. That's huge, thank you. We're now at 65 to go. If you've been enjoying the work and aren't yet supporting monthly, I'd be incredibly grateful if you consider joining them. Here's the situation. Like most independent journalists, I'm basically a one-person small business. Right now, a lot of us are feeling the squeeze, just like many small businesses and households are. To stay afloat and keep bringing you the reporting I do, I need 200 more people, or 65 now, chipping in whatever they can comfortably afford each month. Anything from $3 to $100 or whatever works for your budget makes a real difference. There's no lock-in, you can cancel or adjust at any time. If that feels doable right now, well, the donation options are on the donations page. And I'll put a link to the donations page below this video on YouTube. Your support, whether it's a monthly donation or one-off donation or just sharing my work, it helps keep independent voices like this one alive. And please do your bit and help shine a light on corruption and share this video on social media. And please hit the like and subscribe button and notification button. That way you get notified when I publish new videos. Other than that, thank you for your time and have a good day.